Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where today we are going to be looking back at Man City's game between RB Leipzig last night and wow, what a game. What a game that was. Man City 6, RB Leipzig 3. I mean, where do you start with this game? Because looking at the game, I mean, Man City have scored 6. But we've also conceded 3, so is that bad? But let's talk about the positives in the fact that we have scored 6 goals and who scored those goals in particular. So starting off the game, I mean, Nathan Ake comes into the starting lineup due to various injuries to John Stones and Laporte. He comes in and within about 15 minutes, Jack Grealish puts the ball in to the box from a corner and Ake gets his head to it. Bullet header, nothing the goalkeeper could do about it. I mean, he did get a hand to it, which kind of was like reminiscent of the England game where Galacci just let Maguire score a header. But yeah, happened again with Nathan Ake, so can't complain too much that Ake was dominant in the air and got the ball. So happy for him scoring a goal there. Then the second goal was a bit of a weird one because it was an own goal and it was probably, well, it probably shouldn't have been a goal because the defender was so poor in that scenario. Like, De Bruyne whips in a decent ball into the box and he just, instead of just like clearing it for a corner with his foot, he somehow crouches down to header it back to the goalkeeper, which ends up in the back of the net. It's kind of like, well, I'll take it. I will take that. And then for a while it felt quite comfortable. And then RB Leipzig get themselves back into the game and score a headed goal with Nkunku, I think it is. And he ends up scoring a hat-trick in the game. But he scored his first goal and I'm like, there's so many players back for Man City. Why have we just conceded? All right, let's put me on edge again. Let's get back into the game and score another goal. And we did with Mahrez scoring a penalty. At first I thought it wasn't a penalty because of the whole VAR thing and then letting play go on. But VAR did look at the incident and the defender has clearly got his arm out here looking and then looking away in a sus way. And yeah, it's a penalty. There's not much you can really say about that. And Mahrez scores. Fair play. Half time and it's 3-1. A lot of goals for one half. And then the second half happens and then we concede again. And I'm like, how has this happened? Like, what is going on? Great. Back on edge. And then the fourth goal that Man City scores to make it 4-2 was scored by no other than Jack Grealish on his Champions League debut. I mean, that goal last night has proved that Jack Grealish is ready for the big occasions. We were always debating at Aston Villa when he was playing there whether he would play for England and get into the starting lineup, and it was always needing to play more football at a higher level, so that's why he moved to Man City to get Champions League football. And he's proven it week in, week out that he is ready for the big games. And you never know, he may actually start for England in the near future. And it won't be debatable whatsoever because of how well he's actually doing in the bigger games. And especially last night with his goal and the assist as well for Ake's first goal. He's turning out to be an amazing player for City. Loving him day by day. Just keeps the love growing for him. But then after that, we concede again. And I'm like, for God's sake, like, can we actually just keep a 2-goal lead for once? Like, what is going on with our defence? Well, to be fair, like, I don't think it was necessarily the defending that was bad. It was just RB Leipzig are a good attacking side and they do find ways of scoring goals out of nowhere. So Man City probably looking at it thinking, right, they've just scored. Let's get back into this. And then 2 minutes after conceding, you get João Cancelo scoring from about 25 yards out. I mean, what a finish. Like, he had a lot of time to get a shot ready and put as much power into it as possible. But it was a fantastic shot. And as well, he was playing a lot of good balls throughout the game as well. And I think João Cancelo playing at right back, you do see the best side to him. Obviously with crossing and passing, but also getting into positions where he can shoot. Whereas maybe at left back, he's a bit conservative. And he does a good job there, don't get me wrong. But I do think you see the best side of João Cancelo when he is playing at right back. And then you've got Zinchenko at left back to balance the play out dramatically. And then the final goal, it was a bit debatable on whether VAR was going to rule it out for offside, but it didn't. And Gabriel Jesus gets on the score sheet as well. And he now has 89 goals in 200 appearances for Man City. Obviously, most of them were coming off the bench. But the fact that he scored, and there's been question marks on whether he's classed as a top striker. There's always going to be that debate, but the records show, and you've got to give him credit for how well he's actually done for Man City. And overall, it's been a really good game, a fantastic game. The fact that we've had all these different goal scorers without a recognised striker, and we've scored 6. Like, we've scored 16 goals in 3 home games now, which is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, there's some negative side of things with the goals conceded, but you can't read into that too much. You just shore up the defence a bit more in the next game. But it's a good start in the Champions League, and given that PSG drew to Club Brugge as well, I think it showed that in the next game, we do have PSG, so they'll be wanting to get a win under their belts as soon as possible. But we're in a good position right now, and we'll have to take Club Brugge quite seriously when we do play them in the next couple of games in the Champions League as well. But for Man City, we've got Southampton over the weekend, so no doubt I'll be doing a review of that game when the game finishes, and hopefully other results go our way over the weekend. But that is where I'm going to end today's review. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, then be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel for more Man City content, and I will see you soon with another video.